And we are live again. This is live. This is the last live of the 2020 pandemic season. This is episode 65, December 30th, Wednesday, 2020. This is Gabriel. Welcome back live from Online Digital Education Mastery Group, Facebook community of teachers that collaborate with teachers. And it is my evening. It is 7 p.m. right now, 6:41, where it is 6:41 p.m. or 7:41 p.m. somewhere else on the other side of the world. It's Thursday right now, December 31st, someplace else. So the year's almost over, and it's starting earlier, like in China, for example. So for me, I still got one more day to go, and this is the last live for this year. I won't be back until Monday the 4th, where it'll be the new 2021 year. And I'm looking forward to it because I'm going to be doing a lot, better said, things for this teacher community, to get you guys on board. So what are we talking about today? Today, I'm going to tell you a story. I'm going to tell you a story how I went from a teacher to a teacherpreneur this year. And I hope you find it interesting because it's based on my life story. So I started working as a native ESL English teacher on September 17th, 5 months after getting my ass kicked upon arriving in Ecuador. I came from New York, New Jersey. And I was fortunate to land an opportunity to teach kids in South America with Open English Junior. Now, this opportunity allowed me to survive a terrible event due to my being rejected by my then girlfriend and her two grown kids. Now, I had no idea that when an Ecuadorian woman accepts a man in her life, that he has to marry the whole family as well as, their grandmother. I mean, I'm talking about the whole family. And usually what happens is they start to run circles around you unchecked. So as a New Yorker, I found that, quite rude. And exactly 30 days into arriving, I had an argument with my girlfriend's 22-year-old daughter. And I told her to fuck off. Typical New Yorker. And she was clever, all right, in inciting, an argument with me. And as tensions flared, she recorded my foul mouth. Well, that very week, they came back with a court order accusing me of attacking the nucleus of a family member and domestic abuse. Now, believe it or not, that's a law here in Ecuador, which shocked the hell out of me. If you tell somebody to F off, right away they can sue you. And if you're a foreigner, chances are you're going to lose this fight. So needless to say, I was forced to confront a corrupt legal system and a public defender's office that also milked my pockets dry without any resolution. I mean, I was hurting bad. And this is, again, 30 days into getting into this country. I found myself at a loss without money and living on $1 a day, as my then girlfriend stated. That she could not do anything, and I should just try to find a place to live if I didn't want to go to jail. To me, that's still hard to believe that you can tell somebody to F off and you can go to jail for that. But, this is not my country, so this was my reality. And, that shocked the hell out of me. And I spent the first 5 months, from May of 2017 moving forward, looking for ways to earn money online, okay, because no one would hire me due to having too much experience. And they hire Ecuadorians before Americans, I was told. And that turned out to be a true statement because I tried based on my, computer background, data center operator background. I could have worked for any of the big companies and nobody would hire me because I had too much experience. And plus, they don't hire foreigners before they hire their own, especially at the dollar amount that I was privy for, I would say. So when Open English Junior hired me, man, I sighed in relief, and I got paid $8 an hour. I got hired for $8 an hour, and for half a month of work. Okay, that gave me hope. You know, and I even played possum to help out with some of the bills and keep my peace. You know, and in October, a friend of my ex-girlfriend, okay, extended an olive branch and gave me a place to live out of his house, and that really just surprised me. You know, and I owe him a lot of gratitude for this. I really am totally grateful that he saved my life. So what a relief that was that I got paid my first full month, okay, of teaching online. And again, I helped pay some of her debts, you know, to play possum and plan my move. You know, so now I know that there are a lot of details, okay? I know that I man, there's a lot of story behind this that I cannot even begin to, you know, talk about, because this will become a 2-hour movie. So, you know, there's a lot missing. And believe me, the first 5 months alone, okay, will be a good tragedy to write about, right? Even before I got hired as an online teacher, man, there was a lot. Crowdfunding, a lot of stressing going back and forth to, you know, the courthouses. It was terrible for me. I lost a lot of weight. So in November of 2017, when I received my second full month's payment, okay, here in Ecuador, I scored a little more than 2 times the national monthly income. Monthly income here is $400 a month. So I scored something like $900. I was like, whoa. At $8 an hour, that's a king's ransom here in Ecuador. So that's when I planned and managed my escape. And literally, I mean that. I felt like I had to escape. And, you know, I've been on a run ever since. Okay, I really have been. I called a private car service friend that I had met, you know, to pick me up after everybody left for work. Then I called and met with a real estate rental agent that I had met as well during my month-long planning. And then I bounced and I went to Urdesa, okay, a town in Guayaquil, one of their better towns, quietly and quickly. And I had an apartment waiting for me. I had a mini suite that I had rented for about $350 a month. But since I'm working online and I'm making some money now, you know, that was something that helped me out. So I settled in by noontime, the day that I left, okay, without anyone being the wiser, especially my ex-girlfriend. You know, I felt a huge burden off my shoulders and a lot safer. However, I dove deeper into my financial issues. And now I had to sustain myself before the rest of me unraveled. And that caused me a lot of stress, like you can't even begin to imagine. I'm alone in this country now, and I have a couple of people that I think I can trust, but I'm not sure. So I'm really like stepping on eggshells everywhere I go. So from December 17 until February of 2019, okay, I live inside a mini private suite, right, while taking care of my online teaching job. And I tried hard as hell to take care of my open English junior job. However, in May of 2018, I lost my teaching job due to a low teacher evaluation, and I had to scramble to find a new ESL English teacher job. Now, mind you, this was my first time teaching online. The learning curve was interesting. I learned a lot. I learned what not to do moving forward, you know, on my next gig. But the thing is, this is not, you know, teaching online on somebody's platform is not the same as teaching in a classroom. It's a whole different ballgame on the digital arena. You know, so luckily for me, everyone in China was hiring. And I had a friend, you know, that helped me get into VIPX within 4 days of losing my first gig with Open English Junior. You know, so this time I got hired at a respectable $13 an hour. And I was like, wow, $5 increase. That really made a big difference in my year, at least started to. You know, this ESL job teaching kids in China was amazing. K-12 kids, and the hours were pre-dawn, you know, so from 3 a.m. to 8 a.m. in the morning, because China's 13 hours ahead from Ecuador. So I accepted due to needing to survive and maintain, you know, a firm footing so I could recover my losses from the previous year. You know, I took all my initial experience and you know, acclimated myself, up my game with TPR, okay, and cultural understanding of kids in China. Now, along the way, I became interested in having a plan B for passive income in the event that I would lose my teacher's post with the FDX. And I was endeared by the experience. And really, I really started to understand how to teach online at this point and acquire the mindset to do so successfully. By December of 2018, I was looking to make a move from Odessa, to the coast in a town called Vallenita and get myself in a healthier environment because I had lost a lot of weight. I got sick based on parasites. And, I befriended an American doctor, psychologist, okay, and she owns a house or a hacienda with her husband. And, nice people, really. And they offered to rent me a suite inside their hacienda. I went from paying $350 a month to paying $750 a month, which to me was bizarre, but I felt the security, I felt it was warranted. That included meals, 5 days a week, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I was like, okay, I can handle that. Well, since I was doing well income-wise, I made the move to the beach on February of 2019. And along the way, I met somebody who I felt, okay, I like her. You got to understand, I'm 55 years old, and I'm still a sucker for a pretty face and a bullshit line. I spent all this time without a nice woman to develop something meaningful, and I thought this was the right time, all right, for me to move forward, meet somebody, and as I'm working, okay, maybe something nice will develop from this. So keep in mind that en route to making a dumbass decisions, my passport expired, and I was stuck in deeper shit. So as you're right, Gabe, yeah. So July of 2019, so I moved in February, March, April, May, June, July. 5 months after, I accepted to relocate to a small town, called Chone, with my pretty face and sassy attitude. I was like, wow, I like her. Yeah. You see the sucker in my face? You know what? You know what they say, right? If I had known now what I didn't then, I would have stayed where I was. At least give it a shot to let it develop a little bit better. Talk about going backwards and realizing how much and how too late, okay, that I should have stayed focused and paid, to get my passport updated and save money and go back home to the U.S. Cut your losses, but I didn't. So, look, this next part is another 2-hour movie, okay, and truly, another kick in my ass. This is the last episode 65 of 2020, okay, and it's about me becoming a teacherpreneur, not about my dumbass decisions with women. 30 days to arriving in Chone, okay, a small town, country town in Ecuador, okay, and settling in with my new pretty face, and her ex-husband who occupies half the house. All right, 30 days into being there, okay, he landed a right overhand shot to my mouth. And all it took was 30 days. My God, it took 30 days when I first came here for my then ex-girlfriend's kids to shove me out on a bullshit accusation. And now 30 days into being here, I get shoved out with a punch in the mouth, okay, because the ex-husband who occupies half the house, he didn't find it proper that I was there. I found that to be really bizarre. So all hell broke loose as my girlfriend busted his eye with her cell phone, and I jumped on the guy as well to demonstrate I'm no punk. Not a good beginning for me. I should have stayed where I was. But again, I had to flee the small town 30 days later, okay, and go to now a town called Puerto Viejo on an emergency family pass to find my way again. And what a mind-blowing experience I'm having. I got to tell you, this was like not happening. This is surreal. This is not even surreal. I don't know what it was. I needed something to help me, gain this perspective, understand what's going on. I went from shit to shittier. Okay, can it get any worse? Yeah, it can. Stay tuned. Because in August 2019, when I landed in Los Bosques, Puerto Rico, okay, where I was struggling to make sure I would not lose my really good teaching job, things got all hairy again. Now I'm on the extreme defensive, and my class of living, okay, dropped 12 floors below shit. Yeah, here's shit, here's 12 floors below it. My nerves are shot. Okay, my teaching acumen is falling like an asteroid on Earth. All right, it's like crashing, man. And in September of 2019, as we embark on a new life with my girlfriend, okay, she suggests we put together a chicken business because she knows chicken, and it's the family business. I'm still teaching VIPX, but I'm starting to lose my grip. I'm starting to lose interest. I'm stressed out. I'm not even focused on these kids the right way, and my level of teaching went down way low. You know, so her brother has a ground zero earthquake zone property, okay, with two, locales right underneath, where we can launch a chicken shack. Now I'm thinking, okay, I can fund this and keep delaying my passport in future to have faith in my girlfriend's word, which is what I did. Just like that, Pollo Gringo, chicken and waffles was born. I named it. You know, we put up we bought the whole press kit for it and whatnot. And, let's cut through the chase here, okay? Because this is another 2-hour movie between September and December of 2019. All right, my VAPX teaching job, okay, started to go south. And less students meant less money. I anticipated losing my job. I started to see that. I was like, oh no, I can't do this. And the chicken and waffles was not making us any money. And I'm stressed out beyond belief. And arguments are just happening daily. And in October of 2019, I scouted another ESL English opportunity to avert disaster come January, because that's when my contract was ending. And to my only blessing, I was hired, okay, January 2nd, 2020, start date. This year, 2020. Look, long story short, we got robbed at gunpoint for our mobile phones, okay, in November. And then we had to close, okay, Pollo Gringo in January at a loss to me. I agreed to move into the apartment upstairs for free as long as I kept paying, the rental for the store. And simply because it kind of made sense, but look, it cost me $200 a month, all right, plus utilities, and we just made the move from Los Bosques to San Pablo, the worst neighborhood you can imagine in an earthquake ground zero place, where we got robbed at gunpoint for a cell phone. All right, we made the February 2020 rent, okay, and 2 weeks later, my girlfriend felt I was too much of a stressful asshole, okay, that she told me to fuck off. Because I was always angry and displacing on her. I truly believe it had everything to do with quitting smoking after 35 years. And I tried to make amends, but she left me in this messed up situation. And now I have nada but an internet connection and an ESL teacher job that I just started. Now, she took off for a month, and we made amends, okay? We made amends because I begged her to forgive me. And she convinces me to launch a shoe store because she knows shoes. And you see the big sucker label in my chest, right here? My chest, my whole body, all right? I got hired at $24 an hour. I'm killing it with ESL Online, and she has yet to earn an income since we first met. Now, look, to her defense, okay, we met where she demonstrated having a catalog home business, selling clothes and shoes, okay, that, that's none of my business, okay, but she looked profitable. I'm like, okay, she's independent, she's self-sustaining. Fact is, she hadn't made a profit in years, okay? So who am I to judge? I'm not judging her. I care about her. I do, okay? But do you see the big sucker label on my chest? I funded and really put together a nice ladies' shoe store, okay, and invested my earnings as I'm protecting my online job. Well, wouldn't you know it? And no one buys shoes, nice shoes, in an earthquake zone for $20 a pair. They buy $3 flip flops only. That's the norm. Well, that further stressed me out. And guess what? Another argument about being an abusive, stressed out gringo ensued, and she left me again. Sad. So much for making good money. Didn't make a difference, right? I was earning 5 times the national average between March and July 2020. I could have just said, no, I'm going to fix my shit. That's more important right now. Am I that stupid to believe? Okay, and being a good man to a woman who could invalidate my efforts? That's not what this is all about. This is about how I went from a teacher to a teacherpreneur. And so she left me again in May 2020 to a smaller town off the map, okay, called El Empalme. This is where I'm sitting right now. Well, most of her siblings, okay, they reared this place and they do as they please. Anybody here does as they please. This is a lawless town, okay, where you get, you can disappear and be found deep in someone's farm, dead and crispy after being burned alive because you just had a disagreement with some local cholo. A cholo is a thug. That's what they call him here, a cholo. I'm like, oh my God, really? So I hunkered down, all right, in Puerto Viejo, in ground zero. And I spent 4 months in this earthquake zone praying for some way for me to understand my stupidity and how to survive this mess. So I started to look for ways to monetize online, okay? Did I tell you that this is a story as to how I went from teacher to teacherpreneur? There's an upside to this story, I hope. In June 2020, I started to look, for ways to make passive income online. And I came across legendary marketers, okay? And for $1, I got a crash course on what I feel is a sleazy $200 million marketing scam. Yeah, I can judge. I can judge just like that, as it was my first experience. And sorry to say, Dave Sharp, okay, you and I, okay, we do not vibe at all. I found this guy to be sleazy as hell just because he supposedly, his backstory is he came from shit. Well, you know what? I'm sorry, you treat people like shit now, in my opinion. A lot of people love him. Good for you. Determined to get my stuff right. That experience led me to a YouTube video by Big Mark. He's not big. He's a skinny guy, tall, skinny guy. So he's big. He's tall. He's not big. But he calls it a Big Mark. And he was promoting ClickFunnels. And I still had no idea what I was doing. So I followed his affiliate link. And that brought me to a Russell Brunson video where his complete video was done in silence using flashcards. Yeah, I was intrigued, and I figured, what the heck, okay? I'm not dating him yet. Let's check it out. In the meantime, I'm in touch with my estranged girlfriend, right? I do. I love her to death. I adore her. She's a tiny little thing, sassy, She's kind of like the New York street hustler that I would be like, yeah, I'm going to invest in her because, she can turn a nickel, into 5,000. But, I'm expressing, to her my sentiments about missing her and how she's feeling all good, and getting her life together because she needed to make money. And that was part of the issue. Yep, you guessed it. And if you didn't, let me tell you, I chose to go to this off the map, smaller town, El Empalme. Okay, and I went with her. And by September, we were living together again in a small apartment directly in front of the shoe store, right here. Right out that window. and invited me. September of this year. Oh yeah, September it was. So let's get back to Russell Brunson. Russell Brunson convinced me to spend $100 on his one funnel away 30-day challenge. A master's degree in digital marketing in 30 days with a stack offer that was amazing to me. Yeah, we'll get to stack offers so you can understand too. So I paid for it. And on July 27th of this year, 2020, I started my pre-mindset week. A few days later, after getting ready, to start the week, I was in the ClickFunnels Facebook community, getting familiar, reading stuff, getting excited. And I came across a webinar that was just about to finish with Todd Graves. And he was talking about the Sales Funnel Mastery free 5-day challenge. And I'm like, okay, I want to know more about that. And he said, hashtag, and I forgot what it was, SFM or whatever, and we'll give you access to this free, 5-day challenge. I'm like, I'm in. Because, this 5-day challenge, okay, was with, Doug Boughton. Now, I took both challenges. After the 5-day challenge, I vibed with Doug Boughton 100%. I still finished the OFA, the One Funnel Away Challenge, and I got a lot of value from ClickFunnels. I really did. Actually, I got more than I anticipated, and it's still a lot of information for 30 days that I'm still trying to process 6 months later. But see, Doug Boughton is a Dream Card winner. He is an alumna of ClickFunnels, and what he did was he condensed the 30 days into 5 days, and that's what was so intriguing and amazing. He took those 30 days, and his focus is how to monetize 5 different ways using ClickFunnels. So I was like, all right, I get that, because the 30 days, believe me, you could be a smart individual. Those 30 days, they're going to blow your mind, but it's worth it. So I heavily, promote ClickFunnels now. And I subscribe to Russell Brunson's YouTube channel and anything that's ClickFunnels. I really do. But Doug Boughton's Sales Funnel Mastery 2.0 mentoring program, which I paid for and currently am on, his 12-month program, made it happen for me. So much to learn, and so much anxiety to get my life on track amidst all this chaos and bad decisions. I paid for his mentoring program. So I've been doing it since August. Well, the end of August, September, let's call it. Now, here's the thing. Russell Brunson states clearly, if you can't make someone believe why they need your product or service, you're going to struggle. Do not chase the money. Do not chase the shiny objects. Provide a problem-solving solution, and every time people will pay if they trust you. So high value, high ethics, and if you do things right as an online digital, marketer, you'll get paid if you're providing a solution to a problem. Okay, so Doug Boughton, like I mentioned, he's the ClickFunnels Dream Card winner, and he preaches the same philosophy in a shorter method. Okay, so I learned from Doug how to monetize the 5 different ways organically by creating a community of trusting avatars, which means my people that I want to solve problems for, who are you, teachers. While I promote trusting educational affiliate products that help my dream customer. Who's my dream customer? You, teachers, global teachers. Teachers are my avatar, and this pandemic era has allowed me to realize that. I realize that. So I completed my OFA challenge end of August, and in September, I created my teacher community on Facebook. And in my 3rd iteration, online digital education mastery was born. And in October 2020, I got mad, M-A-D, made a decision. And I have been going live to assist teachers making the transition from brick and mortar to the online digital, arena ever since. Okay. Like I like to say frequently, you can lead a teacher to water, but you can't choke the crap out of them. Eventually, you're going to trust what I'm saying. You're going to trust yourself to understand the message. What I can do and am doing is not giving up right now on global teachers, okay, needing a break to learn, to earn online, as you use your experience to monetize your future online by creating educational mini courses and promoting educational affiliate products that teachers actually use and pay for. Here's the thing. These companies, they actually pay you to promote their educational products, right, to other teachers. That's your first way to monetize, as you transition online and become a teacherpreneur. I still teach ESL English to kids in China, and my contract has been renewed. I'm good until July of 2021 now. Look, my girl left me again, okay, on Christmas Eve 2020 due to the same dysfunctional BS. But I cannot quit on myself now, because as this is my last video of 2020 to help and deliver my message to teachers, 2021 is just around the corner, and my goal is to show 688,000 global teachers how to monetize their experience online by creating six-figure high-value mini courses. Self-education is what's happening right now. This is the 21st century way of teaching now. Along the way, you get to promote high-integrity educational products that your colleagues want and need. And you get paid commissions, which will help you further sustain yourself for the long term. So, January 4th, 2021, okay, for me, 31, 2, 3, 4, in 4 more days, the 8-week launch webinar will provide you this opportunity to join the mass movement. I am Online Digital Education Mastery, Facebook community of teachers, helping teachers monetize your experience online. Let me know and leave your comments below, okay? 688,000 teachers is my goal. Join me and see why. Because I have gone from teacher to teacherpreneur in order to be able to provide you with the same information that may scare you to believe that you could do the same thing. All you got to do is use your experience and your academic achievements to create your educational niche mini courses that you can monetize based on your experience and degrees to sustain yourself earning six figures. That's all it is. And if you're highly ethical and you provide high value, man, you got the next 80 years earning money online, doing it the right way. Join me and see why. This is ODE Mastery. Thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing you next year. Bye-bye.